coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Global stocks drop, not just here, but around the world. Dow's down more than 200 points amid global worries. We're going to be breaking that down. The Attorney General, Eric Holder, one of the most corrupt we've ever seen, former Deputy Attorney General running the cover-up of Oklahoma City. We even have his emails on that, the cover-up of what really happened there. He is to step down. He is now to step down. Remember, a few months ago, he was in the hospital. I think that's basically a cover for the fact that they want to say this is medical. No, it's about Fast and Furious. It's about the IRS targeting the Tea Party. It's about the fact that he's such a discrediting titular head that he is now stepping down so they can reshuffle things like they did with Big Sis and put in Jay Johnson, that no one can even pronounce his first name properly, to depoliticize the police state rollout that is taking place. So this is more of the rats leaving the sinking ship. There are just two Obama originals that remain, the Washington Post is reporting. And then there were two. That's all that's left in the Messiahs, according to the Democrats. He's the Messiah. That's all that's left. This is an original band of merry men and women. With Holder's resignation, just two Obama originals will remain. With his announcement today that he's stepping down as Attorney General, only two original cabinet members remain. Just Education Secretary Arnie Duncan, Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack, I guess you said, who we hear may also have one foot out the door, have been with Obama since the very beginning in their original roles. And, of course, Holder formerly comes from a law firm and lobbying firm that all these politicians go and sign up with. That's a revolving door with the Justice Department and the FBI. And then if you're in that law firm or you are a client, it's like a get-out-of-jail-free card. So it's time to cash in and get some $200,000 speeches under his belt. It's time to cash in and get some security contracts. Maybe he'll go to be the CEO of a naked body scanner company like Chertoff. Maybe he'll become the head of a university and cash in on that front with federally funded bodyguards for the rest of his life as he openly lobbies to have you and your family disarmed. It was the Veritas Project. James O'Keefe went out to his house there in, I guess it was New York, where his family was at. And there were armed guards there and a police car parked out front. Wouldn't it be nice if all of us could have that? Of course, we can't. Because then who's even going to guard other people's houses? If the cops are already guarding the cops' houses, then there'll be no people left to actually work in the farms and work in the factories. Of course, there's not many of those left to begin with, so I guess that's part of the overall plan. Here's the question. Why is Holder stepping down now? I think it's part of cashing in, depoliticizing things when all these criminal investigations are coming to a head. There are a lot of reasons for it, and I want to open the phones up to get your take on that and why you think the Dow Jones Industrial is down 200 points with Apple sinking 3%. Global conflicts fuel nosedive, says USA Today. We got an email 2 days ago. It was brought to my attention yesterday. We probably need to black this out before I show it. But it came in at whistleblowers@infowars.com. And so when I open the phones up, I specifically would like to hear from other bank executives or bank managers. Were you called into this emergency meeting? That all of the Chase bank managers were called in an emergency meeting, and they said this only happened last time when they had the collapse of the market on 7/08. Remember that back in 2008? Then they held everybody hostage for for the banker bailout. And they wanted me to go with this yesterday and open the phones up. Rob Dew did. It was a great idea. And to get confirmation from callers, but I didn't do it. The news websites are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And, of course, we also have the free video feed going out at InfoWarsNews.com. That's InfoWars Infowars/news.com or Infowars/show will also take you there. You can find the free podcast, the free iPhone and Droid apps, the free live audio and video links right there. Or become a PrisonPlanet.tv subscriber. And you get the nightly news when it goes out live or when it tapes to air. You get the high-quality archives, the commercial-free video and audio, podcast, and you're funding the very tip of the spear in the information war. Again, I am your host, Alex Jones. Thank you for joining us. We have the head of the Tor Project dealing with NSA spying and how to protect yourself coming up for about 30 minutes at the start of the next hour. Then former state police officer and then ran the largest and still does police training security for public schools and private schools. He's run major university security as well. Wolfgang Halbig, who's pointed out that Sandy Hook is fake. And I've had former top CIA field commanders on saying it's staged. We've got major professors in Florida saying it's clearly staged. I mean, it really is staged. We don't know exactly what went on there, but they've got kids going in one door for the helicopter shot and back out and back in for theater. They grabbed anti-terror police out in the woods, dressed up in the same shooter outfit, and then lied about it. They didn't dispatch rescue helicopters. All the defaults. All of the defaults. The things that are standard operating procedure were turned off. And now the FBI online crime statistics say no deaths in their reporting in Newtown in 2012. And then you've got all the bizarre footage of the parents coming out and laughing and then like getting on camera going, oh! I mean, it's bizarre. And CNN reporter and admitted CIA officer, I'm not kidding, look it up, Anderson Cooper, he's there and his nose disappears. He turns, it's clearly blue screen. So we blew it up and noticed that there's like papers and stuff on the street corner blowing, and then it loops. It's the same shot, but they didn't want anybody to jump in there and say it was a hoax. So they did a whole hoax video, kind of like CNN did with the fake Scud attacks on Saudi Arabia back in 1991. And that was admitted to be fake. So they just do all sorts of weirdness on sound stages, and people say, well, this would bring them down if they got caught. Actually, when you go this big with a hoax or a fraud statistically and historically, you have a better chance of it working. They say if you steal $1 billion, they make you the governor or the president. If you steal $100, they throw you in federal prison. I mean, that's kind of how it works. And they've gotten away with it for a while, but now people instinctively know they're being lied to. So that's coming up for about 30 minutes of the third hour as well. But we'll have news and phone calls, the rest of it. Why do you think stocks are plunging? CNBC experts and USA Today experts and London Guardian experts, they're all saying what I was thinking when I saw it this morning. 200 points as of now. In fact, let's put that up on screen for folks. The S&P is down as well, but it's down more than 200 points and it's kind of planed off right now. It's down 221 points, 0.57, and is actually continuing now. It just resumed its dip. So we'll watch that as it happens. But I expect it to probably go back up. I mean, it could drop 2,000, 3,000 points. It would just go back up because there's so many fiat dollars and other fiat currencies, and there's a global race to devalue currencies. Well, where are you going to put that money? You're going to put it in stock markets. You're going to put it in real estate. You're going to put it in farmland. You're going to put it in gold and silver. I mean, that's what the elites are doing. Now, they don't want you getting into gold and silver because then that would drive it up too fast and really show, like a cold sore, the underlying infection. But it can only be put off so long. So I want to get your take on that. Of course, the Attorney General, and I'm sad to see this happen because the longer he stayed in, the more heat would be pressed with his cover-up of Benghazi. He's been involved in that, helping go after whistleblowers here in the U.S. His cover-up of Fast and Furious, caught red-handed staging that with Big Sis, who already left, of course, to go head up UC Davis. And then we've got all the other things he's been involved with, persecuting Christian groups, pro-lifers, veterans.